So this is the daily chart on Reddit, and as you can see, prices have plunged from the peak of nearly $75 after the social media company went public back in March. So while we did see an initial surge, it's been all downhill since, and the stock has tumbled more than 40% from all-time highs. So because Reddit doesn't have a lot of trading activity, usually I do a multi-time frame analysis, but we're pretty much just going to stay on the daily chart. All right, so did have a couple of levels of interest. One at roughly $57, one at $50, one at this $45 level, and one near this 40 level, which was a target I was identifying, I think, in that last video. Now, this week we saw price bottom, and we had a bullish engulfing candle. So to me, that signifies that the lows are in, at least short term. Now what you can see is this is the 13 simple daily moving average. Price is pulling back off of that moving average. I mean, rightfully so, though, right? We have some profit taking place. It is Friday. This is going back to just yesterday, right? So shares were up nearly $6. All right, so let's scroll down to the 8-hour chart. Four-hour chart. All right. So you can see from the $45 level, it did serve as support, now resistance. This was an important level to get above. You have a gap. This is what I'm calling a 4-hour supply level, right? Drop in price, really two basic candles. Then the drop. You did have a retest, and then the leg lower. So it appears that price is trying to find a bottom. All of this price action near and around $40 is what I'm calling accumulation phase, right? Up at 75, it was distribution. Down at 40, accumulation. Right, accumulation because price is now selling at a discount. Now, one analyst sees more upside. Analysts at Loop Capital are optimistic that a rebound is coming. The investment bank initiated coverage of Reddit stock on Monday, giving it a buy rating and a $55 price target. While that price target is well below where the stock traded in March, it still represents upside of about 30%. Now, content comes from users. Capital spending is often minuscule, and gross margins can be through the roof as ad spending rolls in. This is the general thesis behind Loop Capital's optimistic outlook. In particular, Loop Capital expects Reddit to continue to grow at a faster rate than its social media peers in terms of both user base and revenue. The investment bank also expects Reddit to generate gross margins of somewhere around 85% while spending very little on capital expenses thanks to its asset-light business model. Now, while Reddit may be able to consistently grow its revenues by 20% annually, given that it can monetize its platform by selling advertising and through its licensing of data for training AI models, the fact of the matter is that the company is nowhere near profitable at the moment. Again, going back to 2023, it posted a net loss of 91 million and a free cash flow loss of 75 million. Given the stock trades at a price to sales ratio of $8 or above 8, investors should tread carefully. And so for me, it's trying to find out whether this is a top tier or a lower tier social media platform. I don't frequent Reddit. I know they have a huge user base and a loyal base, but too many times we've seen stocks move up on IPO only to sell, depending on when the private investors were able to exercise their stock. Typically, when you see a crash, or if something's overvalued. We've seen this in many stocks. VinFast comes to mind. Rivian, when they went public, comes to mind. So I think Reddit is just trying to find a foot, and so it could be an opportunity to go long or start accumulating. But for me, it's a no touch until we really see a bottom forming. I would say no touch until we get above $45. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.